Hello Amazon shoppers. I am looking at a air purification system primarily designed for use in the automobile, and it's actually a pretty cool little unit. Honestly, I don't have any way of measuring the concentration of the ionization, I guess you would call it, of the air, so I don't know how well it works in that regard. It appears to be doing something as far as the running goes, and you can add fragrance and things, so that's kind of nice. I just don't know how much of a difference it makes, in the sense that I don't have a foul smell in my vehicle. But anyway, it comes in a box that doesn't have a whole lot of information, so the box isn't in the picture, plus it takes up too much space. But it does come with some information here. I can't read it because it's in Chinese, so this particular paper is not important, but they did include, and you just may have heard the unit actually shut down. I don't know if you were hearing it running or not. I don't know how well the camera picked it up, but it does come with this 2-page documentation. So it basically gives you some precautions about the actual solar panel and how it's affected. When you first use it, you should charge the battery, and that's typical common sense. So when you have a power supply available, you can connect it to. That's good. It does come with a car charger. We'll get to that in a second. It says you will know the effect of negative oxygen ions in the long-term experience. The longer the time, the effect is more obvious. It says that it's normal for it to shut off if you're driving on a very flat road or sitting at a stoplight for a very long period of time, because this thing has a vibration sensor built in, which we'll also get to in just a moment. It does tell you about cleaning and keeping things dusted out and whatnot, and you want to have it powered actually using the power cable that's supplied, and not just let the solar take care of it at least once per week, and that gives the battery time to get a full charge, and that helps. So a little diagram showing some of the different things. So the actual unit, let's go over that just real quick like. So you've got your power connection in the back. You see right there, and I don't know if you could hear it, but it's running again now. You do have your rubber feet on this. You have included with this a 500 milliamp battery, just so you're aware. And you have your solar panel on top, as you can see. This portion here slides, so you can actually adjust how much of a job it's actually doing. And it also changes the volume, but in a car you're probably not going to notice it anyway. You can feel air coming off of it. It's a small fan moving some air and whatnot, so that's pretty interesting. There's an LED light. You may not be able to see it, but we'll try to show you that here in a second, and it's underneath here. There's a mode button on the right hand side. It actually says model instead of mode, but that's of no consequence. And on the left is a light button. The two little pieces you may or may not be able to see that are sticking up right there, those are negative oxygen ion fibers, and then there's a hole in the center, and that's the perfume box. So, just so you're aware of the components that make up the system. Included with that, feels like, I haven't opened this yet because I'm going to have another part of this video in the car. There's either 2 or 4 little circular tabs that fit into this little hole here. You have the power adapter, which actually has 1 amp and 2.1 amp both charging ports for your auxiliary cigarette plug, and of course the power cable is included, which I have plugged up right now to a USB extension plugged into a charging station. And then you have the flypaper like sticky consistency gel. It's clear, but it's sticky on both sides, so it's not going to leave a residue when you stick it, so you don't have to worry about that. But it does keep the unit from sliding around if you decide to use it in the car, which is where it's intended to be used. And of course, you have your little cleaning brush. And there's some information about that. Now on here, real quick, you have mode 1 and 3 that will turn off automatically. If I let this run after about 2 or 3 minutes, I think it's 2 minutes, it's going to shut off. And it actually says model on the instructions. So even though it's a button that changes the mode, it says model. I just thought that was weird again. But anyway, it works. So you got 4 working modes. The blue light turns on when the car starts, turns off automatically within 2 minutes after stopping. That's the default mode, mostly for daily use. Mode 2, when it's using the red light, it says the purification box works all the time until energy is used up. It's a powerful mode, used occasionally when there's offensive smell in the car, connected to a power supply, and if you push more than half of the slider when you want to attain a greater amount of wind, as we were talking about really briefly earlier. The green light turns on when the car starts, produces negative oxygen ions for 10 minutes after the car stops. It can be useful when you want to stay in the car for a long time after the car stops. And mode 4, the red light blinks twice, machine turns off. And then it says light button, you can turn on or off the LED indicator anytime. It just shut off again. Don't know how well you heard that. But let's see if you can hear. It's off right now. I'm going to tap the machine, just give it a slight vibration, and you'll hear it kick back on, hopefully. So very sensitive, which is nice because when it's in the car vibrating, you'll have that option. It says adding fragrance. You can add perfume balm to the built-in perfume feel. It'll absorb rapidly and volatile slowly. So maybe these are actually, like I said, little filters. I'm not going to open them until I do the second half of the video, and that's going to be in the car. So it says activated carbon formaldehyde filters, nano-coating sterilization, 15 million negative oxygen ion generator, and it says that the Environmental Quality Supervision Inspection and Testing Center in China has proven that bacterial killing rate is 99%, for formaldehyde removal is 99%, brings steady fresh flow of air. It's a 500 milliamp battery, 2.5 watt rated power, solar power is 2 watts, and the 15 million ion type that I mentioned. So it's got like you say, you got your warranty, your manual, your brush, your non-slip mat, your power supply cable, and the actual unit. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick little rundown before I throw it in the car, and then I'll throw it up in the car with the little piece. It just shut off again after a few moments. So that's going to be your vibration, non-vibration as you're driving. So you may, and that's in the default mode. Now, as far as the lights go, you can see red, green, off, blue, and you can turn that off and on depending on if you want that to be on or not. So if it's a distraction for you when you're driving. Okay? So that's it. I just wanted to give you guys a quick look at that, and we'll jump to the car video and see. Okay guys, so this little unit, you've already taken a pretty close look in the previous video. I just wanted to see, show you so you can see what it looks like in the car. As you can see, I can slide that back. It doesn't move a whole lot. It's got this sticky pad underneath, and it's not going to go anywhere. It's a lift up beforehand. Just setting my phone on the table beside this when it's plugged in causes it to kick on, so it's very easily active. You have your power cord, pretty good amount of length on that, and you can see it's plugged in down here in the auxiliary port, and you have a blue illumination, and you have an additional port. So the solar panel right now is not going to do a whole lot for me because it's been storming and everything, but you can hear it right there. You can see the little tab in there that I added. That's the little full pack that's included. I don't really have a lot of smells in the car, but it seems to take away the little bit of smell that was there from the air conditioning vents. So it appears to do the job, and it's very sensitive, works very well, and I hope that you find the review helpful. Okay? Thanks.